Tuesday, November 7th was a big day for people who lived in Kentucky, Colorado, Maine, Mississippi, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Virginia. It was voting day for these states, voting on new governors, Supreme Court, abortion, and marijuana. And it is very important for us to vote as a democracy. So make sure to go out there and vote, whether you voted for this election or for future elections. Your voice needs to be heard. The biggest Halloween costumes this year were Barbie, Oppenheimer, Spider-Man, Wednesday Addams, and Bear. And in case you missed it, we dressed up here in the office. So make sure to head on over to our Twitter and our Instagram to see what we did here in the office for Halloween. Lipa just dropped new music yesterday, November 9th. Her new song, Houdini, is a bop without question. Now, the next question is, when are we getting the album? Miss Lipa, come on, I need it. Doja Cat is on her first ever headlining arena tour right now for her album Scarlet. Tate McRae just announced that her new album Think Later is set to drop December 9th. And I don't know if you guys peeped her album cover, but she is in nothing but a tank top and hockey goalie pads. And I think that is so cool, so sexy. So good for you, Tate, and I'm so excited to hear your new album. Tomorrow night, SNL's host is the one and only Timothée Chalamet with musical guest Boy Genius. And I know that all my girls out there love Timothée Chalamet. He's funny, he's quirky, and he really knows how to play like a white boy. So make sure to tune in. Now on to the NFL Week 10 recap. Newly acquired Vikings quarterback Joshua Dobbs had his first start this week after being traded from the Cardinals a week prior. Dobbs had a little less than a week to learn a whole new playbook. This didn't matter as he took over in the fourth quarter, putting together an incredible game-winning drive to defeat the Atlanta Falcons 31-28. Dobbs completed 20 of his 30 passes for 158 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Philadelphia Eagles defeat the Dallas Cowboys in a very close game, coming down to the final seconds. Jalen Hurts continues to look like an MVP candidate, completing 17 of his 23 passes for 207 yards and 2 touchdowns, defeating the Cowboys 28-23. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm from the Northeast, so I do love my Northeast teams. However, I thought the Dallas Cowboys were gonna win, so I did place a bet, and I did lose that bet. So now my nails are the colors of the Eagles, so fly Eagles fly. The Los Angeles Chargers improved to 500 in a must-win game versus a very tough New York Jets team. The story of this game wasn't about quarterback Justin Herbert, but rather the defense. The Chargers defense dominated, forcing 3 fumbles and 8 sacks, holding Zach Wilson and the New York Jets to only 6 points. Now, onto some local news. The fatal shooting in Ybor on October 29th is still under investigation as police use a video taken during the shooting to identify the people involved. Since then, the fatal night over Halloween weekend, one suspect was charged. Tyrell Phillips, 22, pleaded not guilty to the charge of second-degree murder in connection to the deadly shooting. About 10,680 children in Hillsborough were being homeschooled at the beginning of the 2022 school year. That's more than any school district in the 32 states the Post was able to obtain reliable data from. According to their analytics, Florida leads the nation with the most homeschooled children, around 154,000. The homeschooling population is becoming more diverse. Parents across the political ideology spectrum are choosing to educate their children at home. They're among a growing number of families who don't agree with a conservative-led movement that seeks to restrict discussion on topics such as gender, identity, sexual orientation, and systemic racism. Now, I went to school, I did go to private school, but I really believe that it is important to put your kids in a schooling environment, whether it is charter, public, or private. It's very important to get those kids out there to not only learn about these things first on, head on, but to also learn to work as a team with other people. You can't go through life without encountering somebody. The storm surge from Hurricane Idalia dismantled more than 60 turtle nests, according to Clearwater Main Aquarium, and only about 14 survived. But to end on a lighter note, biologists did in fact help 12,000 hatchlings make it to the Gulf of Mexico this year. I've always wanted to go witness turtle hatchings, and unfortunately I didn't get to because of this hurricane surge. However, that is so great that we were able to help out 12,000 turtle eggs. Now next year I'm hoping for more. That's it for this week's news episode. Make sure to stay tuned because we have a bunch of new videos coming out for you guys. They're just in the works. So stay tuned, and if you want to be in the know of when they're dropping, make sure to find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at WatchYNN. We'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.